Is everyone here for the free gift? Great. I need everyone, if you can, leave your carts off to the side. Ladies, please grab your handbags and everyone step up to the front of the booth. If you can touch the blue cloth, you get a free gift. Who does not have a ticket for the free gift? Please make sure you have the ticket for before I get started. This way, let me know who was here. Um, this way, let me know how many free gifts I have handed out, and also let me know that you were here at the beginning of the show. Everyone here over 18 will receive this $5 stainless steel paring knife. They are great for cutting cheese, fruits, and vegetables. They have a $5 value and a 5-year guarantee on a forged and tempered surgical steel blade. They are extremely sharp like a razor on a stick. Please be very careful when I do hand them out and leave them in the box. Does anyone know what the best part of this very sharp knife is? It's free. Of course. Now, who's going to smile and say thank you when I hand out this free gift? Great. Just want to make sure that you are friendly before I hand out a sharp knife. Haha, just kidding. I'm going to ask for things a little bit different today just by allowing me to introduce a brand new exciting product to in the store. It will take just just a few minutes of your time. I'll be real quick, and then I'm going to hand out the free gifts. Sounds good? Great. I work for a company called Hessel Worldwide, where makers of our own world-renowned line of Sharp Select knives. How many of you remember a commercial from years ago where they would cut through a aluminum can? Does anyone own a knife like this or similar to this one? How long have you owned it? Is it still sharp? The reason why I ask this is so that you can hear it for yourself. These knives are always still sharp. They never go dull, and it's the only knife in the world that will make that statement in writing with a guarantee that says they will never bend, break, or go dull. If it ever does, we will give you a brand new knife for free, and that is unconditionally and forever. I mean, I think that's a pretty good guarantee forever. How many would like to? How many of you would like to have that guarantee on your cell phone? Folks, I'm here. Folks, I am here to introduce our shelf series. We know that all you have knives at home. Does anyone have one of these knives in the kitchen? What's the first thing that goes wrong with these knives? Should they go dull? Have you ever tried to cut a ripe tomato with a dull knife? You smash and squish it. Then you have to poke it just to get started. Does that sound familiar to anyone? The Sharp Select knife never needs sharpening. The weight of the knife alone does the work for you, so you get beautiful cuts every time. Did you ever try to cut rolls, bagels, fresh bread with one of these? Are you all familiar with this piece? You may spend about $20-$30 on a decent bread knife, but all it could do is just cut bread. Cut bread. None are any finer than this Sharp Select knife right here that I have in my hand. But this is more than just a bread knife. It was made for meat. This is a carving knife and a slicer. It has a serving fork right at the tip. So after carving your meat, pick it up with the serving fork at the end, dip it in the gravy, and put it right on the dinner plate. It's also great for using out on the barbecue. Now, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great carver knife, a great bread knife, and a fantastic slicer all in one. Okay, one more thing to show you. Then I'm going to hand out the free gifts. Sounds good? But I need everyone to squeeze up to the table so everyone in the back can see this. If you saw this on TV, you would think it was trick photography. I'm going to cut into something more difficult than an aluminum can, tomato, or bread. I'm going to cut into a solid steel hammer. Now, I don't expect you to believe I can cut through this hammer. That's why we do it live right here in front of you. Sir, can you verify this is a real hammer? Great. Let's Great, thanks. Can we give a hand to the hammer expert? All right, everyone, look look closely. Now, I don't suggest you do this with your knives at home, as you will have the largest set of butter knives in your neighborhood. I'm I, I'm not doing this to show that this knife cut through a hammer. After all, this is a carving knife, not a hacksaw. I'm doing this to show that no matter what you do to this blade, it is guaranteed in writing for a lifetime to never go dull. Can anyone see the steel shavings on the paper? These are the shavings from the hammer and not from the knife. The amazing thing is that it cuts. It's not that it cuts through steel. The amazing thing is that the knife is still sharp. A minute ago, I mentioned that these knives were made of a forged and tempered steel. All that really means is that the metal in the knife is harder than the metal in the hammer. It's harder than anything you ever going to cut in your kitchen. This knife is a solid piece of steel from tip to tip. That knife is never going to bend, break, or separate from the blade. No bacteria or germs will ever going to store up in there and come back later to make you and your family sick. Let's take it a step further. A lot of times we have this much frozen meat in the freezer and only want to cook this much. So what do we normally have to do with all that meat? Thaw it out exactly. And then we have to cook it, and 3 days later, what happens? That's right, we throw it out. We call that cash in the trash. Instead, take out your frozen piece of meat, use this knife to cut off what you need. And then, what you don't need, put it back in the freezer. You save thawing time and money. Ladies and gentlemen, if it will cut through wood and steel, it will cut through a frozen. Will it cut through frozen food? Absolutely. That should dull any ordinary knife. Am I right? Well, let's go back to the original tomato we started with. You think it would still cut it? Of course. I wouldn't have a job if it didn't. Folks, this knife is still just as sharp like it was out of the box, and is guaranteed to stay this sharp today, tomorrow, next month, next year, 25 years from now. And the best part about it is it is absolutely unconditionally guaranteed in writing. So with a show of hands, how many of you think this look like a pretty terrific knife? How many of you think you might like to have one of these knives in your kitchen? Great. Well then, what's the $1 million question? How much does it cost? Well, I thought you'd never ask. First, the bad news. They don't sell these here. In the They don't sell these here on the store shelf. You cannot buy these knives in any store. I'm here on the Manufacturer Limited Roadshow, so when the knives leave, they leave with me. Now, these knives. Now there is a knife being sold on TV right now. There's a commercial where they show you a knife with a blade that looks like this, but it has a black plastic handle. Sells for $49.99. You pay $8.95 shipping and handling, and you have to wait 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. They they always offer you a second knife for free, but you have to pay separate shipping and handling. How many of you have seen that commercial? So, if so, you know that by the time you pay the shipping and handling cost $70, and it and the thing they send you has a skinny little blade and a cheap plastic handle. The Sharp Select knife has a national advertisement price of $49.97. And if you take advantage of this while we're here in the store, it's still $49.97. We can never change the price due to the national advertisement, but that doesn't mean we can't show you a whole lot more for the money on behalf of BJ's. So listen closely. I'm going through this quickly. You take home the Sharp Select Shelf Series knives today for $49.97. I've been authorized by the manufacturer to double the offer and include a second identical knife absolutely free. That's two for the price of one. Use one for holding your meat, the other for cutting, one for your bread, and one for your meat. Also, we are including two of the stainless steel paring knives. Lifetime guarantee blade and handle, each a $20 value, absolutely free. These are a great utility knives. Use them for vegetable trays, cheese, decorating. Ladies, you'll love how they fit in your hand. They'll never go dull. So, for a quick recap, you have a $50, $100, $120, $140, $145, all for the cost of just one knife at only $49.97, folks. We'll show of hands how many of you think we have a pretty good value so far. Do you shop for a good value or great value? How Here's how we made it great. We will also include the Shelf Series shelf knife. That is the workhorse in the kitchen, and one you will use every day. Great for all your chopping, slicing, and dicing. Can I borrow a ticket, please? All you can make. It also makes a great meat cleaver. Now, I'll owe you a half a knife. Ha ha ha, just kidding. That's all one seamless piece. The chef knife sells on any cooking website well over $50. We're including it along with the other knives absolutely free. Also, does anyone here like to fish or hunt? Do you like to fillet your chicken cutlets? If you do, you will love our all new Pro Filet knives. You can defat your steaks and chops, and it's great for deboning chicken. You can you can cut the head and tail of a fish, take the flex of the blade, and simply slide. You can even fillet the fillet, all with just one hand. The fillet knife likes this sells for well over $40 in any hunting or fishing magazine. But we are going to include it today absolutely free. So now you have 50, 100, 120, 140, 145, 185, $235 worth of lifetime cutlery for the cost of a single knife for only $49.97. Folks, how many of you think we made a great value for you? Here's how it works. All the knives comes in the box, lifetime guarantee. And the first thing you'll see when you open the box, everything here is first thing you see when you open the box. Everything here is going to get the little guy from putting up with me, folks. Is that a lot of knives? Not only is a lot of knives, this is the best and the last set of knives you ever own. You're not buying anything from me. You're buying it from BJ's. Put this right in your cart and take it to the register. It is subject to all stores policy. Now I got one more thing to show you. Whoever wants to take a set home right now will also receive a $29 RoboWhisk absolutely free. This is the coolest, newest addition to your kitchen. This will make the perfect scrambled eggs, fluffy almonds, protein drinks, whipped creams, and much, much more. Does anyone here drinks coffee? Fantastic. Great. Who likes a cappuccino in the morning? Fantastic. Stop going down to the street and spending $45. Make it yourself. Let me show you just how easy this works. Just pour 1/3 cup of milk, warm milk, into your coffee cup. Whisk it. Now you have foam milk and then fill your cup with hot coffee. You may even sprinkle shaved chocolate or cinnamon onto the top of the finished drink, and you have a cappuccino to rival Starbucks. You can whip, mix, or fun a delicious treat in seconds. Pushing the handle up and down rotates the whisk and mix it like a pro. So to recap, you get two $50 carving knives, two $20 pro paring knives, a $50 shelf knife, a $40 pro fillet knife, a $29 Robo Whisk. Altogether, that's $264 worth of best cutlery in the world, all for just $49.97. Ladies and gentlemen, I am all done. Give yourself a round of applause. I'm going to hand out the free gifts. Well, let's get a set. Let's get a free gift, and you back to shopping. For that, I am done. Have a great day.